get the deuce. Quick strike complete. He's into the end zone for the 2 and extends the lead. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. One in play, first snap of the drive from the 25. Looking for a man, it's Mendoza. He's taking a deep shot. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on first down.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. These DBs going to give a little cushion. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Got a man, it's Cooper. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down.
I think in this situation, 2 minutes, trailing late, I think you got to be throwing to the sticks every time. I don't know if these short completions are going to get it done. You're just not going to have enough time to get down the field. So from a play calling standpoint, I think you want to think about being a little bit more aggressive.
Grabbed in the backfield, it's Williams. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. Looking downfield on first down. He wants a big play here late. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game. And the Hoosiers want to move quickly. These corners going to give these receivers some space. Wants to go up top on first down. Caught behind the line. It's Williams. Oh, better check some ankles. He makes a move and gets down to the 24. Offense will use a timeout. 19 seconds left in the game. The Hoosiers can really attack on this 2nd and short. Looking for a man. It's Mendoza. They're working that left side. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. How about this defense slamming the door? With a fumble recovery, and the offense should be able to run out the clock from here. So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. First play of this drive comes from the 27. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Timeout called by the defense, and there are only 10 seconds left in the game. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Hit as he throws. Ball's incomplete, and that'll do it from here. Guys, I think we all expected this game to be close. Couple of teams of this caliber, but boy, what a statement by the underdog in this one.
And there's going to be a big movement in the rankings after that performance. That team that got the win today, they are going to get moved ahead of their opponent. It's one thing to beat a ranked opponent, David. It's one thing to blow the doors off of them. That was impressive.
It's impressive. It's huge for them. Obviously, we know what's going to happen when they're going to move up the charts, but the other side is equally as depressing. I mean, they're going to fall like a rock. This wasn't even a competitive game. This is a bad day, and the rankings will reflect it when they come out.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football. position in American sports feels the pressure or the weight on their shoulders like a quarterback. Hopes and dreams of an entire fan base of teams ride on whether their signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. Welcome to the home of the Alabama Crimson Tide. Tuscaloosa, Alabama, Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. As we'll see the #3 team in the country, the Indiana Hoosiers, taking on the 4th-ranked team in the land, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Alabama about to kick off to get things started. He's going to take a chance from midway in his end zone. Tackled at the 24 and almost breaks even with the yardage he would have gotten with a touchback. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Looking to throw, it's Mendoza. Going for a big play right off the bat. Brings it down on the right side. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41. And the Hoosiers in the hurry-up. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Wants to throw on 1st down. Pulls it in, it's Williams. He's brought down quickly, minimal gain there, still a bit short of the 1st down. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Second down, they'll go to the air. And the shot to the middle of the field falls to the turf.
And I'm not... to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas. Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
They'll give it to the back. He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Man, that linebacker timed that so well. I'm surprised the running back actually held onto the football after that big hit. They are so lucky. Wow.
This offense has moved into plus territory, and they want to keep the heat on. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Makes a catch, converts on 4th down, is still on his feet. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect 4th down call there. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
They'll leave it with him. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, There's just nowhere to go for the runner on that last play. Just way too much penetration up front. As a result, they lose yardage.
The Tide crowd roaring noise down onto Saban Field on 3rd down. To the air, it's Mendoza. Now he's going to break the pocket. Lets it go to the end zone. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
I love the defense's approach on this drive. They didn't panic. They gave up some yards, but what did they do? They forced a 3rd down, a predictable situation, played great discipline, broke on the football, and forced a big interception.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. The Crimson Tide pinned deep in their own end, trying to find a little breathing room. Makes the grab. It's Williams. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
In offenses nowadays, they're really just counting numbers. How many guys do you have out wide? How many guys do I have out wide? If I have enough guys to block your guys, boom, it's just built into the offense. Pitch, catch, let me get a few yards.
With the catch, it's Williams. Turning it on! Has plenty for the first down, and they stop him at the 28.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
Alabama just did work on the ground. Let's see if they go right back to it. Looking to throw on 1st down. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. The screen, by definition, is slow developing. That was just a little too slow.
Yeah, quarterback just held on to it a split second too long. You want to invite the rush to you as a quarterback when you're executing that play, but you've got to be able to get rid of it. You've got to...
Continues to fight for yards. And he'll go down, but he delivered the business end of his stiff arm to that defender on the way. They built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. The play action fake. Steps away to find some room. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum.
And you got to focus, right? The first thing you're looking at as a defensive lineman, the first thing you understand is the ball starts with a snap count. I have to line up, see the ball. When the ball moves, I move. I know it's simple, but you still see guys jumping off sides all the time.
They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a 1st down at the 31.
Really good looking run. You know, you think about the legacy Alabama has at the running back position. It's ridiculous. Mark Ingram won a Heisman, obviously Derrick Henry, Josh Jacobs. I'm going to go back to Sean Alexander, who I played against back in the day too. All these guys had speed. All these guys had vision and quickness. And this guy right here, he has all of those traits himself. Just another big-time talent in the Crimson Tide backfield.
Did everything he could to discard the tacklers, but he was just able to get back to where he started.
And I can't tell you how much I love seeing corners being willing to come up and tackle. That is so huge for a defense. You can't Olay blocks and create space. You can't just hang out on the outside. You got to go set that edge.
And conversely, I can't tell you how much I hate it when receivers don't want to block. You got to do a better job on the perimeter. It's not going to be enough in this offense just to catch passes. You've got to go execute your assignment. That corner should have been blocked, and they should have gotten a bigger gain on that outside run. Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy on the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
Alabama comes to the line with a first and goal.
Get set, get set.
Looking to throw at Simpson. Makes the grab. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Bama!
Love to play design on offense because you get your playmaker, the guy you want with the ball in his hands. You get him open, easy throw for the quarterback. Receiver does the rest, put 6 up on the board.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And it was finished off with a 2-yard touchdown toss. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he's not going to take the touchback. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He's got an alley. Wide open, and it's a foot race. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. He just took it the entire length of the field, end to end, coast to coast, nationwide for the touchdown.
And how about the fans in the stands going, no, 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 take a knee, no, yes, 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 yes. Over 100 yards to the kickoff return. Nice job taking that in the end zone, making a huge play.
They'll line up to go for 2. From the gun, he'll try to throw. Into the end zone for the 2-point conversion, and with that, they take the lead. We reach the end of the period. It's Indiana on top. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the second quarter. The kickoff team is on the field, and we're ready to get this one underway. From inside his own 15, let's see how far he can get. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. This is a game of swings and momentum, and a great opportunity here after scoring on the last drive, getting a stop, and now you have the football back.
They're playing well right now in all 3 phases, and they're complementing each other. So now, David, it's up to the offense here. It's up to this quarterback to lead this offense down the field to get a score.
Yeah, and to stay aggressive, to understand we've had success, we got this going the right way. Now I don't need to change anything. Go back to your go-to plays. That's now got you some momentum back in your favor.
How about the coverage by the defender on that throw? It was as if he knew where the ball was going to go. He practically ran the route for the wide receiver before swatting it away.
Oh, he'll keep it on the draw. And how about that alertness and that swarming D to keep him from getting the first down?
You know, this offensive line, they just got to hold their blocks a little bit longer. This offense likes to run their quarterback on design plays, and if you can just give him a little crease, he can take it the distance, but they couldn't get it done there.
4th down and 4 yards to go. The offense will try to get it. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's got it, first down and more. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a first down on the play.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that 4th down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
This is no surprise to defenses anymore. Everybody throws wide receiver screens, and you could tell they were ready for it. They saw the quick game. They pounced on it, got the wide receiver on the ground. That's not the first time they've seen that route.
Grab behind the line. It's Cuevas. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds.
important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
Fights off the defender. He did not make it a stone wall on third down. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. Wanting to move the chains. Here comes Alabama on fourth.
3:25.
He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Got him downfield. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense. Alabama rolling quickly downfield, set up with another first down. Grabbed behind the line, it's Williams. There, got enough space. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
This offense is really dangerous because of the weapons they have on the perimeter of the field, and you're seeing they go to these guys early, and they try to give them opportunities in one-on-one situations and vertically down the field. 2 passing touchdowns now early for this offense.
And the extra point is good, and the lead is 6. They took it 64 yards right down the field. And they finish it up with the final 30 yards coming courtesy of that touchdown pass. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And he's not going to take a knee. Here he comes. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. They'll move the tight end. Off the play fake on first down. On the run, fires downfield. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
I love when QBs break the pocket and still look to attack. Because as soon as you break the pocket, I'm thinking, oh, man, he's going to take off and run, and I might come up. But those big plays can be made down the field. Nice job by the quarterback keeping his eyes down the field.
Motion from the wideout. Now the play fake. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. Underneath Tulsa coverage, got it deep downfield. Slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Indiana!
A lot of times you see those receivers, as soon as they get by the DBs, you know, that hand goes straight up in the air. I got him. I got to step on him. He got to step on him. And the ball was thrown perfectly out in front. You can see he runs underneath it, gets it, and gets the long touchdown on the go route.
And they had the extra point to finish the drive. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Wants to throw. It's Simpson. The screen. He can go. And good coverage by the defense. Just a short gain.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
We're at the 2-minute timeout. It's been a good one so far. Opportunity for this offense perhaps to take the lead before halftime. Now on second down. The Crimson Tide rolling on the ground, tries to keep momentum going. Tries to do it himself on the draw. Gets down with the slide.
Loss of 6. Brings up second down.
The Crimson Tide just hoping at least to get some of the yardage back here on second down. It's a draw. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line.
And man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a baller.
Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. He'll field the punt and try to make something happen. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. They'll christen this drive from the 28-yard line. Dropping back, it's Mendoza. Looking to buy time. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
And that's why you always want to be pursuing the football. QB's scrambling, he rolls out to the right, but don't quit if you're on defense. Get somebody after the QB. They got to him, they hit him, and forced the incompletion.
They'll go back to the air on second down. Get it out to the supersonic guy. Still on his feet at the 40. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Mark it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work. What a weapon these wide receiver screens can be. Not only do you get a convoy blocking, you get dynamic running.
When you do this and you show me the threat of throwing this wide receiver screen, it makes it.
Breaks away in the middle. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play.
Well, this offense has shown you it doesn't take a lot of time for them to generate explosive plays through the air. Big completion on the previous play. They take another shot and hit it, and they have completely flipped the field.
Caught in the backfield, it's Williams. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. The Hoosiers are in the hurry-up. Looking to throw on first down. Lets it fly. Touchdown, Hoosiers! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
And they trust their QB to execute like they have the whole first half, and he delivers, and they build on this lead and build their momentum going into halftime.
Lining up to add another. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish it off by connecting from 10 yards out. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Adams. Drills him with the stiff arm. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. To the air, it's Simpson. Moves around to clear up the vision. He throws back to the left side. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on first down. Second down coming up.
And it's funny, right before that play, I'm thinking to myself, I wonder if this offense is just going to play conservative here with the field position, the fact they haven't scored a ton of points so far in this game. just run the ball and take it into halftime. No, they're being aggressive, and not just that. They're taking deep shots way down the field, but give the defense credit. They were ready for it, forcing that incompletion.
We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. That's going to do it here in the first half. Everybody stick with us. We'll head to halftime. And the Hoosiers will kick it away to crank up the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Tight game as we start the 3rd quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the...
Oh, he's got some space. He smashes his way through again. Out across the 30 and out of bounds at the 33, and that's what you're looking for when you're backed up in your own territory. And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. Back to pass, it's Simpson. Flips it out on the screen. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. Alabama pushing the tempo.
And so many things have to come together perfectly for a screen to work for big yardage. And they were close. You could tell that almost busted, but they just got wrapped up, got a little bit of yardage, but they really wanted that one to be a big game.
As a quarterback, I used to love throwing to running backs that could run great routes. That was a good one there on the angle route. He sold it like he was running to the flat, put his foot in the ground, cut back inside, crossed the defender's face, made it an easy throw and an easy first down.
Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. Alabama with a 1st and 10 here. He'll do it himself. Nowhere to run, and down he goes after losing 6.
I think that's a play the quarterback would like to have back. On these option plays, you just have to take what the defense gives you. And if that means handing off the dive, or if that means pitching it, you got to do that. It can't always be about you. And I think the quarterback that time was really hoping it was going to be his number called, but there was nothing there. He tried to do too much. It's a huge negative play, and it sets this offense going in the wrong direction.
And not much running room. He had to break a tackle and still break another tackle to try to get back to the line of scrimmage. Not good blocking on the play.
But that's what coaches always emphasize, too. Never assume a teammate's going to make the tackle. You run to the ball, and they did it there.
100%, especially guys that are so big and strong and elusive nowadays. They're going to break tackle.
He tries to take the top off. Deep down the right side. What a great concentration to stay in bounds and make the catch.
And that is such an accurate throw. It's one thing to do it from the pocket when you have your feet set underneath you, but when you can get outside, off schedule, on the move, and throw a dart like that, that is just big time.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Alabama! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. This dude is just slicing and dicing this defense into little tiny pieces.
Carving him up, completely comfortable, knows exactly what he's getting, had so much success today. You got to find a way to make these quarterbacks feel more uncomfortable.
They got the touchdown, but now they want the 2 to tie this baby up. Back to throw, it's Simpson. A lot of defenders around on that screen. He is stopped short, and this defense holds on to this slim 2-point lead. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. Here he comes from midway in the end zone. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. They'll go to the ground. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Great play by the defense there, getting the tackle for loss. But on offense, your mindset has to be, we need to be the more physical team here in the second half. We've got the lead, third quarter. We want to run the ball. We've got to have more success getting our blocks and moving forward if we're going to win this game.
Second down, he'll throw it. Rushes on him. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
Really nice play. When you talk about Alabama and their dominance on defense, especially in recent years, it all starts up front. You have to have disruptors playing on the defensive line, guys that can be versatile and line up at different positions, but create havoc in the backfield. And that's what this guy has been able to do throughout his career.
And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up.
This game just feels so different than it did in the first half. After that incompletion, now setting up fourth down, they only have a one-possession lead. Things were looking so much better earlier in the game. They're going to have to get it together throwing the football if they want to win this game.
Trying to beat the DT. Makes the grab. He's got a first down. Not much of a fourth down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense. Dropping back, it's Mendoza. Caught in the backfield, it's Williams. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover. Pick up the first. Wants to throw again. A strike downfield.
Great job by the offense. Listen, if the defense is going to sit back in zone, you know what you got to do. Run those crossers across the formation. Those guys that are looking at the quarterback, they're not trying to pick up receivers all the time. Make those precise throws, right in those holes, get those first downs, get those big chunks.
They make the stop right at the 30-yard line, but it's a 10-yard pickup and a first down.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. The Hoosiers will snap it on 1st and 10. Leaves it with the running back. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down. The crowd getting behind this defense as they try to get a stop in the red zone. They'll give it to him again. Drives into the defense, and they get him down after a pickup of 3 to the 16. Quarterbacks have produced as we check out their numbers after 3. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. They had a chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. They'll run play action. Quickly complete. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. And the Hoosiers come to the line in the hurry up. Looking to pass. It's Mendoza. Bringing the heat. He gives them a fresh set of downs, and this one will be 1st and goal from the 6.
And how nice is it to just have a quarterback that you believe in, that you can trust, you can put it in his hands on third down to make the right decision. You've got the lead, and you've got your guy. He sees it, nothing open, tucks it, gets a huge third down conversion for this offense.
Man, that's the advantage of having a good coaching staff to teach these players in this type of situation with the lead late in the game. You want to stay in the field of play and keep the clock ticking. They do that after that nice run.
Buys a little extra time. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Indiana! He didn't see anyone open. Said, no problem. I'll take care of it myself.
Yeah, I've been there before. Been there, done that. Not my first rodeo. I've been in this kind of situation. Down by the goal line, I'm getting outside, and I'm taking it in myself.
How in the world did he miss that? Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. From inside his own 15, trying to follow his blockers. Out of bounds at the 36-yard line, and solid work by the return team on that one. Here comes that Alabama offense. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. And now on second down for this offense. The RPO, it's complete. And he's brought down, but the defender got a face full of stiff arm before he picked up that first down.
And his offense is going to have to come up clutch, man. Like late in the football game, you are trailing. This is why you get paid the...
Going for it all. Touchdown time! They went for it all, and it paid off with the score.
One of the things I love about this quarterback, David, is that he keeps his eyes downfield when he gets outside the pocket. He might have had an opportunity to take off running with that, but he knew he had an opportunity for an even bigger play. And how about the run after the catch?
And that's great. You love that about the quarterbacks, but it's so frustrating when you got a guy that just breaks the contain of the pocket, breaks down your defense. Now you got to cover longer in the back end, and you can tell he comes free, he sees him, catches it, and walks right into the end zone.
Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the final 53 yards coming courtesy of that touchdown pass. We've got a dandy going here, all tied up in the fourth quarter and about to kick it away. And he's going to bring this one out. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work. Out as he stopped at the 13. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. They cashed in on a short field last time they had it, and now they'll go to work from their own end. The screen, and watch out. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play. The Hoosiers will hustle to the line. Scanning the field, it's Mendoza. Moving out of the pocket. Pressure's there and he lets it go.
Well, as a quarterback, when you get to the outside, you know you don't have all day to throw. You've got these defenders, they are coming. They're running at you hard, so you've got to do a better job getting the ball out quicker. That hit forced the incompletion.
Veritable crimson tide of noise on Saban Field here on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking for a deep man. Snags it down the right side. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42. And the Hoosiers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. That's caught. It's Williams. Shakes off the defender. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
And I love the idea of getting this guy screen throws because of his ability after the catch. So nice job getting downfield, getting a hat-on-hat, and giving him a tunnel to run through.
The Hoosiers with a second and short to keep this drive moving. They're going back to the ground. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that first down.
And the Hoosiers are moving quickly down the field. Off the play fake on first down to throw. He'll pull it down and run. Not a lot of room there. He'll pick up a few before he's forced out of bounds.
Nice job by the defense. You got to dial into your keys. You got to make sure you're reading those guys up front. They did a good job. They saw it. They pulled the trigger. They knew the quarterback had it. They weren't fooled. Strung it out. Did a nice job of limiting the damage with that QB run.
They go to the ground. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. The clock has stopped for the timeout, and we have reached the final 2 minutes in this one. Huge moment coming here as they try to punch it in and quiet this crazy, raucous crowd. Oh, they're after him. Quick screen to the speedster out wide. Now the connection takes it to the 11. Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Looking for space. It's Beebe. He's brought down just running hard in the red zone, and he'll be just a few inches short.
It's all tied up. This offensive line, they want the pressure. They want everything to go through them here. They're saying, look, let's just run the ball. Let's get this thing down closer and closer to the goal line. Let's bleed some clock and put ourselves in a position to win.
Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be first and goal from there.
And that's so tough as a defense because they only got to get inches. But I got to find a way to somehow get a knockback, stop the running back's feet right there. I couldn't do it. He gets downhill just enough, and he gets the first down.
It's a good job, too, there on third down by the offense because a major statistic in football in terms of winning and losing is how good are you at staying on the field, keeping drives alive. Whether it's third and long or third and inch, you just have to go execute, and they do it.
Keeping it on the ground on first and goal. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
And this offense can stay balanced because they still have those 3 timeouts in their pocket. They need to put a good drive together, but right now they're continuing to stay balanced. They might need to get a little pass happy and a little bit more aggressive after this.
Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. And they'll take a knee and set up what would be a potential game-winning field goal. On 3rd and goal, you can't hear yourself thinking here. They'll try to power it in. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop.
Man, if I'm quarterback right now, after this long of a drive down this close, I'm going for a touchdown here.
And I get that, but I've worn this defense out, man. I'm going to go for the touchdown right here. And if I miss, they got to go the whole length.
They got it. Big stop in the backfield, and what a stand by this defense to keep points off the board. Quarterback stands alone, all wide receivers. To throw, it's Simpson. Here's the pressure. He's got it down the right side. Breaks into the open. He's at the touchdown, Bama. And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the 4th.
Big-time players make big plays in big games. Coming up with that touchdown with just seconds left in this game now gives them an opportunity to hit the extra point and make it a touchdown game. And there might be 2 more plays left.